Gardevoir EX is in a really interesting spot right now. It was the most popular deck at LAIC. It's been an absolute monster in online tournaments, and yet there's some really big question marks right now around the Gardevoir archetype. What cards should you add from Paradox Rift? What cards should you remove? A battle VIP pass or no? Cresselia or Screamtail? All of those types of questions. And today, I wanted to take a look at one approach to Gardevoir in the new Paradox Rift meta. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about this Gardevoir list.
Before we get into this video, quickly wanted to let you know that I am fundraising for Extra Life. 100% of the proceeds go towards the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals, a network of hospitals taking care of thousands of kids every day. It's an absolutely wonderful cause. Thank you to everybody who has donated so far. So far, we've raised over $1,000, which is phenomenal. You still have time to...
Yeah, right.
Shout out to Shonen17. Thank you for the follow. I'm not actually live right now, but thank you for the follow, no less. Still have time to make a donation. Link is in the description of this video, and you still have an opportunity to get some sweet rewards, including a signed Pokemon card from me, as well as 4x6 prints of my spray paint art here. So in case you're interested in getting rewarded and supporting a wonderful cause, link in the description of this video. Thank you so much for your time and your consideration. And now let's get back to it.
This Gardevoir list is courtesy of Ciaran Farah, who got 3rd place at LAIC. I know that there's other regionals happening after you see this. I'm recording this a bit before, but I think it's okay to show this one performed very well. And I don't think the discussion on where the Gardevoir list is going to be settled by then. There's still a lot of great ways to play Gardevoir. Everyone's going to have their recommendations and preferences, and this is just one way to go about it. But before we get to that, Gardevoir EX, it's a stage 2 Pokemon, 310 HP. Its attack it's fine. Miracle Force 190 for 3 energy. And you recover from special conditions, but its big deal here is Psychic Embrace. Lets you attach energy from the discard pile to any of your Psychic Pokemon. You do 20 damage for each energy you put on, but you're using this to power up an incredible list of attackers that can really benefit from all of that energy. So let's go and look at the list here. We do have a big lineup of Gardevoir cards in here. Let's start with the Raltses. Ciaran opted to go for the 70 HP one only. There is no memory skip Ralts here. Again, the potential thinking here in certain matchups like the Iron Valiant matchup, which is one that now Gardevoir has to worry about. The 70 HP Ralts gives you a little more protection against that because they have to do 1 extra Tachyon bits in order to take it out. So we just have this one, 70 HP. Teleportation Burst may be potentially good in the Snorlax matchup as well. You could use that to, if they trap the Ralts, you can just burst out and then bring an attacker back in, potentially. For Kirlias, we've got 3 of the Refinement Kirlias. Lets you discard a card, draw 2 cards. We already know this is a phenomenal draw engine. And we've got Mirage Step as well for 1 Psychic Energy. Search your deck for up to 3 Kirlias and put them on your bench, then shuffle your deck. Oftentimes, it's going to be on your second turn, you're going to use this Kirlia to get all of your Raltses on, or get all of your other Kirlias on the board. You may lose a prize or 2 before being able to really start attacking, so that's something to keep in mind as well, and something that's a little scary now that there are more decks that want to go second and can attack on the first turn. But Mirage Step is one of the big ways of getting set up. And then we've got 2 Gardevoir EX for getting that energy on the board, and 2 Shining Arcana Gardevoirs. Its ability is pretty good as well. Lets you draw 2 cards and attach any energy to any of your Pokemon that you would like. And also its Brainwave attack for 3 colorless energy does 60 damage and 30 more for each energy attached. Now, if you have a clean Gardevoir, no damage on it, and you attach using exclusively Gardevoir EX, you max out at 240 damage. But if you're able to attach preemptively, or you attach a reversal energy on there, you can actually one-hit KO anything in the game, which is bonkers. We still have the Zacian. Some lists are starting to take Zacian out of the list. Its Roar of the Sword ability is fine, get to attach an energy, but really you don't want to play it until you can use Storm Slash and potentially one-hit KO a multi-prize target. We still have Cresselia in this list. It's Moonglow Reverse, lets you move 2 damage counters from each of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you're going to attach energy to multiple Psychic Pokemon with Gardevoir EX and then smash with Moonglow Reverse. You can hit something on the bench. Jirachi protects against this, but Manaphy does not. So there are going to be times where you'll want to attack with Cresselia. Other times you'll want to attack with Screamtail. I personally like having both. Some people are going to go with just the Cresselia. Some will go just Screamtail. I like having both of them in the list because they cover different things. We do have Screamtail here, new addition thanks to Paradox Rift. It's got the Roaring Scream attack where this does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Normally this would do, I guess this does up to 160 damage. If you've got something like a Bravery Charm or the Ancient Booster Capsule, you can push this even higher. But here we're maxing out at 160. 160 snipe damage can be incredibly handy, as you're going to see in this video in a bit. Now, Ciaran also opted for the Lumineon, something we oftentimes see in Tord lists. But we don't see this in all of the Gardevoir lists. So again, a choice you may or may not want. Luminous Sign does allow you to grab a supporter from your deck and put it into your hand. And there are going to be times where you'll want this to grab that Iono, that Avery, whatever that supporter is, in order to further your game plan. And then we can use something like a Collapsed Stadium to bump it out later. We also have the Radiant Greninja, throw energy in the discard pile and draw 2 cards. We want as much energy in the discard pile as we can so we can reattach it with Gardevoir. We also have 1 Manaphy here. Now this protects against damage but does not protect against damage counters. And Ciaran did not opt to put the new Jirachi in their list. That's something to consider as well. Do you want to have coverage for both Manaphy for damage and damage counters? If you do, you're going to be eating up a bunch of deck space or bench space, but in certain matchups, it's going to be important. So you're going to have to make that choice of Manaphy, Jirachi, or both. One other thing worthy of note here is that there is no Mew in this list. And that can be, when I first started playing this list, I was like, oh, I'm very weirded out by not having Mew in here. That might be a choice that you make or don't make. But with the extra attacker, the Screamtail, having to find some room in here, and the Lumineon, it does get kind of tight. So you may have to make some cuts. Maybe you cut the Lumineon, maybe you cut the Zacian. I'll leave that up to you. Well, definitely look at other lists as well and compare notes and tweak as you see fit. 2 copies of Countercatcher, amazing card for Gardevoir. If you're behind on prizes, which you oftentimes are, you can gust an opponent's Pokemon from the bench to the active, and then you can continue to play supporter cards, get the target you want, and win that way. Pretty awesome. 4 copies of Level Ball, so a little higher on the search, because one of the big things is that this deck has no Battle VIP Pass, which is also kind of I know there are more decks, Gardevoir decks, that are starting to take Battle VIP Pass out. Definitely awkward at first because I'm so used to Battle VIP Pass, and the debate is still going on if Battle VIP Pass is better or not, but this one didn't and got all the way to 3rd at LAIC. We've got 1 copy of Avery, lets you draw 3 cards, and if you draw any cards this way, your opponent has to bench down to 3. This can be an amazing combo, in particular if they've got a Manaphy on the bench. You can force them to bump that Manaphy out, and then you can come in with your Screamtail and snipe that way, which is pretty nice. 1 copy of Pal Pad to get our supporters back, because we are thin on some of our supporters in here. We have 1 copy of Nest Ball. Interesting choice. Yeah, get a basic down. I don't hate that. In particular, the Greninja, which isn't searchable by Fog Crystal, could be helpful there. 1 copy of Professor's Research. Lets you discard your hand and draw 7. Not every Gardevoir list plays Professor's Research. I personally don't mind it. I know there are times where you really don't want to discard your hand, but there are going to be other times where like you just need a fat hand of cards, and Professor's Research is great for that. 1 copy of Artazon lets you bench a non-rule box Pokemon as a stadium. We've got 3 Fog Crystals here. Lets you search out basic Psychic Pokemon or basic Psychic Energy. Amazing card in any Psychic deck. We've got 1 copy of Boss's Orders for Gusting, 3 copies of Iono for Hand Disruption. Both players shuffle their hands, put it to the bottom of the deck, and draw equal to the number of prizes remaining. Another new one, Professor Turo's Scenario. Just lets you put one of your Pokemon in your hand, and yeah, you discard all the cards attached. So if, say, Gardevoir EX gets damaged, you can just pick it up and essentially heal it. And because Gardevoir oftentimes has different Kirlias and Ralts set up, you can just evolve it again with something else and basically have a clean Gardevoir again, which is nice. This could potentially also help out in the Snorlax stall matchup, or get something like the Lumineon off the board when you don't need it anymore. 1 copy of Worker to help get that pesky Path to the Peak out of play and draw 3 cards. 2 copies of Super Rod to get our Pokemon and our basic energy back into the deck. 1 copy of Lost Vacuum. We are a little short on stadium bumps here with just Artazon and Collapsed Stadium. Lost Vacuum can help us get Path to the Peak out of play, as well as any sort of tools that could be a problem for us. We have 1 copy of Collapsed Stadium, forces both benches down to 4 Pokemon, can help us get our Lumineon out of play and just disrupt our opponents in general. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards and grab a Pokemon of our choice, and 2 copies of Rare Candy. As for energy, it's pretty standard counts at this point: 10 Psychic Energy and 2 Reversal Energy. Again, I'm not here to say that this is the new and definitive way to play Gardevoir. There's a lot of questions about the right approach in the perfect meta, and this is just one that I found that, 1, performed really well at a major tournament, 2, has some of the new tricks in here, such as no Mew, including Screamtail, no Battle VIP Pass, and so on. So, I've only got 1 match to show this time. I unfortunately wasn't able to get more, but I think this match was pretty good in showing off some of the new tricks in Gardevoir. So let's get to it. Yeah, let's go first, and hopefully we can get a wide enough board state. Not really. Not really. We can get rid of this energy. We can use Level Ball to get a Ralts down. Okay, against chien-pao. This is potentially okay. Let's go and get a Ralts down. We have to get Manaphy in here at some point. Probably not turn 1. I think we can afford to wait. 2 Ralts is good. And let's... Do we get down a 3rd Ralts? No. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to that energy, so we'll just wait. What do we get rid of here? Countercatcher, Lost Vacuum. Countercatcher's so good. Pal Pad is... We run a fairly thin line of support. A supporter would be so nice right now. I think we got to get rid of Pal Pad. Lost Vacuum, not as much. I think we can get rid of Lost Vacuum. We are in a position where they do get the Lightning Energy in the discard pile. And Iron Hands could be a problem for us. It looks like their start, if it's just these 2, is pretty lukewarm. I don't want to get... We probably could get rid of the Reversal Energy. I don't want to. I'm actually going to get rid of... Let's get rid of Vacuum and Pal Pad. And we could set up... Yeah, I think we got to set up Kirlia at this point. And let's go Iono. Hopefully we can get down to Manaphy and some other stuff. We get the 3rd Ralts. That's nice. And let's go and get some energy. Conceal cards. Oh, we have Artazon, so we can get Manaphy down. Let's go. This is good. This is good. This is good. I want to... Okay, we're not going to be able to Mirage Step Kirlia on this turn. I think we are resigned to that. Let's go and bump Artazon here. Let's go and get a Manaphy down. And let's go Refine. Get rid of that energy. Screamtail's an interesting proposition. Screamtail can do 80, 160. 160 snipe. That could be enough to take out a Baxcalibur. I don't know if we need that on this turn. Okay. I could bench. If we're under the assumption that we're going to lose this Greninja, then... Yeah, I don't know if I want to bench... We're going to bench the... how greedy do we want to get? If we assume we're gonna lose the Greninja, I think we can get the 4th Ralts down. Yep. And we wait. Okay. How much energy? So Screamtail's a deck I don't have as much experience with. So we're going to need 4 energy. So yeah, we do have enough here to snipe a Baxcalibur. They're going to need to get a Manaphy out. Like, right now. We actually should have benched the Screamtail. Then I could roll straight into that. Now we have to do some extra stuff in order to make this work. But yeah, if we can just snipe out the Baxcalibur, then we're laughing. They don't have a lot of energy. Well, I guess they don't need a lot. They can Shivery Chill and then grab 3, and they should be able to knock this out. Now, okay, they get themselves a Greninja. They need to get down a second Frigibax. I don't know if they see what could be happening here. And maybe it's for our benefit that we didn't bench the Screamtail, which would then sound the alarm, hey, we need to get a second Frigibax down. But yeah, if they burn all their energy right now on knocking out this Greninja, then yeah, we're kind of laughing. Let's see if I guess in worst case scenario, we can use reversal energy to retreat. That's not ideal, but we can. And I guess worst case scenario, like, reversal energy is not that big of a deal in this matchup because the biggest HP thing they have is 220. Okay, 280. Yeah, that matters a little more now. Now we can't just willy-nilly throw out this reversal energy if we have to deal with the Palkia as well. And actually, yeah, the sniping the Baxcalibur does become a problem at that point because now they can recharge with the Palkia. I think we still want to snipe the Baxcalibur. Okay. Yeah, I think that's still the play. Let's go bring up the Ralts. And we'll start whittling stuff down with the Kirlia. Do we actually Iono for... No. Let's go and refine away the Level Ball. Okay. We definitely want to evolve up to Gardevoir. I want to hold this hand. We can get rid of the Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of the Ultra Ball. Okay, we get a second reversal energy. I will use this energy to retreat into Screamtail. And let's go and Iono. Actually, I should have probably kept the Ultra Ball to get Gardevoir. That's okay. We have what we need. We have what we need. We have a third Kirlia now. This is actually pretty good. And we can actually turn this Ralts into a Gardevoir EX, which is fantastic. And we can snipe for... Yeah, 80... Yeah, we could actually snipe for 200. I don't want to. Let's go 1, 2. This is so slow. 3, 4. Okay, we'll stop there. We'll stop there. And let's go... Actually, we can Kirlia some more. Yeah, let's go and get rid of some more energy. We'll refine away this energy. And I will actually Fog Crystal up. We'll take 1 out. So we've got most of our energy is in play at this point. Let's go Shining Arcana. We grab 2. That's fantastic. Let's put... Oh, I can't put any energy on the other Gardevoir. That's fine. And we only have 1 Greninja. So let's go and Roaring Scream. And we're going to be dropping 160 damage on the Baxcalibur. They're gonna have to come in with the Palkia at this point. Now, if they do come in with the Palkia, having to hit 280 is actually kind of a problem. We are going to need to find the reversal energy. Uh-oh, here comes the Iron Hands. Are they going to hit it? That could be a problem. At least for them, it like gives them an advantage in the prize trade. They do have the lightning. They do have the water energy. They have to retreat the chien-pao. Let's see if they've got the pieces to make an Iron Hands combo work here. Unfortunately, Iron Hands is just going to be a reality for Gardevoir going forward. They get a Palkia Ultra Ball. I don't know if they can get an Iron Hands play right now. They can definitely attack with this Palkia. I think our goal right now is, yeah, we're going to have to knock out the Palkia, I think is the big thing that we are most concerned with at this very moment. Screamtail coming in really nice, knocking out that Baxcalibur. Arguably, we could have tried to go for a 2-2-2 game, and maybe we should have. I'm kind of hoping that they stall out here, right? I think it's easier for us to take out. Okay. Oh, they're not going to put down Iron Hands. They're just going to go and swing with chien-pao here. If they're just swinging with chien-pao like that, we're laughing. Yeah. And they don't get down a Frigibax here. So that's good. That's good. At which point, I would probably, if possible, I would counter-catcher the Palkia, because the Palkia is more dangerous than the chien-pao after they do Hail Blade. They're going to Hail Blade like one energy off of... Oh, okay. Let's see where this goes. Gonna get the Frigibax down. That is annoying. I think we could arguably also play for Cresselia and just snipe out the... That might actually be another play that we make. Right? And just force them to have put ourselves in a position where eventually we pretty much guarantee the reversal energy and we just win that way. I don't hate that as an option, actually. Yeah, so they get rid of one energy. Yeah, if we drag this out as a single prize game, put ourselves in a position where we can guarantee reversal energy, then... Yeah, this is kind of an annoying way to go about it for them. However, let's go and retreat. And I will go and let's Psychic Embrace. We need 3 damage. So, or 20, 40. Actually, I shouldn't have put damage on this Gardevoir. I guess with the energy, that's fine. Oh, yeah, we're going to heal it off anyway. So that's not that big of a deal. Let's go hit done. Do we want to save energy? I may want to save energy just in case they try and trap us here. Let's get rid of this Level Ball. I don't think we don't need this at this point. We don't need Mirage Step Kirlia either. We do get the reversal energy, which is nice. We can get rid of Mirage Step Kirlia. And I think we can also get rid of... Oh, I could also just like... Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we'll work our way to Pokestop and just cut off their options on that front. Could get up a second Gardevoir. I don't really care. Let's Moon Glow Reverse and take out the Frigibax. And we can bide our time here. Yeah, now they could attach, you know, just attach an energy and then swing with the chien-pao, at which point we can counter catcher and take out the Palkia, and they would be in a really bad spot. So let's see how they go about the rest of this. The Screamtail taking out the Baxcalibur definitely changed the direction of this match. Okay, they get the Iron Hands. Now, the Iron Hands could be a problem. Like, they're powering it up, but, like... Okay. Sure. They are going to knock out this Gardevoir, the Shining Arcana. That's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We do have the other Gardevoir in hand. We have the Reversal Energy. Like, we're okay. And they're not going to get... If they don't get a Frigibax down, they're not powering up this Iron Hand, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so we could whittle our hand down. Super Rod. What do we want to Super Rod back in? Oh yeah, let's Super Rod in the Gardevoir line. Let's go and get all of those homies back. So Ralts, Kirlia, Gardevoir. I think the Screamtail has done enough. And let's go and grab a Ralts. And I will churn through some stuff. So we don't necessarily... the counter catcher's nice. I will grind up. I don't think we need Professor Turo's scenario at this juncture. Okay, we do get boss as well. I kind of like our hand, TVH. I think the only thing... Okay, let's just... Yeah, I mean, there could be an Iono or something. They do have Iono as an option. Let's go in Shining Arcana. Okay, we get our Reversal Energy here, which is fantastic. And here, actually, let's go and take out that last energy. Let's take that out. Now, I will Reversal. So that takes us to... What does that take us to? 150, 180, 210, 240, and we have to attach 2 more. And that should be it, right? So let's go hit done. And that's 300 damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're good. We're good. We're going to hit this for 300. At which point, like, yeah, this chien-pao could come in and knock this out. But, like, we've got multiple options at this point. We have the Zacian in hand. This is looking pretty good for us. Yeah, sniping out the Baxcalibur when we did definitely changed our opponent's attack options here. Powering up the Iron Hands here feels like a desperation move for sure. They're going to get a second chien-pao down. Interesting. I don't know if that changes anything. TBH. $60. Yeah, I think we've got game in hand here. We have the other Gardevoir. Actually, let's throw all of that stuff back in the deck as well, just to be certain, right? So let's go and Super Rod back in the Ralts, the Gardevoir, and the Kirlia. We don't even need to do that much. We are doing too much here. Let's go and refine. Let's get rid of the... Let's get rid of the Rare Candy. We don't need that. Let's get rid of... Oh, we don't have... Okay. Let's go and... You know what? I'm messing with my food here a little bit. I'm getting antsy. Let's go and grab a Gardevoir. And... Okay, they just scooped. We get the win. GG's. And yeah, the Screamtail there coming in very handy, taking out the Baxcalibur
forcing. Now they had the Palkia, which not a lot of chien-paos run these days, and so they had that as an alternate attacker, but without being able to accelerate energy consistently, they were kind of just like, you know, softballing us here and there, and we were eventually able to get ourselves to a point where we could comfortably one-shot any of their 2 prize attackers, including the 280 HP Palkia. GG's. There we go. That is a look at Ciaran Farah's list from LAIC. Got 3rd place in a massive major tournament. Congratulations to them for the top finish. And I wanted to use this one in particular because it's got some of the new tricks that Gardevoir EX can use. This deck is going to continue to evolve over time. We're seeing with the stuff like Iron Valiant and Iron Hands that there are some new threats to this deck, and it's going to have to continue to adapt with the times, and it seems to be adapting really well so far. We may not have that solidified, here's the skeleton of like 55 cards, but it seems like there are a lot of great ways to play Gardevoir, and Gardevoir still seems incredibly strong in this meta regardless of how you build it. But what say you? Do you like this take on the list? Are you still stuck on what you were playing before? If this is your first time playing Gardevoir, like, yeah, let me know what you think of the archetype. But for now, I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. Before we go, you can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In3rdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at In3rdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, in3rdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.